Overshank taking a shot up top. He's got a man. It's Calhoun in stride. House call. Touchdown. Pump fake launches to the side. Tipped into the air and intercepted. And taking it back for a touchdown. It's Chandler Rivers with a pick six. He fires in zone for more. He's wide open. Touchdown. And the Blue Devils have the lead.
Yeah, we've come a long way, and I don't think that can ever be lost on people following this program. You know, from where this was 2 years ago when we took over to playing this schedule that many people thought was going to be extremely daunting, to certainly going toe-to-toe all the way through it. And you know, now our big challenge is finish. I think that's the biggest challenge. If this story gets written, the end, the way it needs to, I think people will be able to look back at this season and say this was another building block into where Duke football needed to get to.
Go out there tonight, you bring fire, you bring passion, you bring energy, you bring physicality.
Is the snap. Gonna throw, looking to the right, fires. Oh, he's got more for the touchdown. What a play fake. And the Blue Devils are in the end zone. It's 13-6 with the extra point to come. Gonna keep it on the ground with Waters trying to get outside left. A stiff arm, 10-5, touchdown. Jordan Waters takes it in, his 11th of the season. And with 9:41 to go in the fourth quarter, it's game on in Chapel Hill, 26-20. The give to Waters, trying to bounce it outside left. 20, 15, 10, 5, touchdown! Jordan Waters, and the Blue Devils have the lead. Gonna throw, looking over the middle. He's got Jordan Moore for the touchdown! His third of the night, and now they'll go for two to try to tie it. They need the two to force a third overtime. Here's the snap, gonna throw, looking over the middle. It is incomplete for Calhoun. There is no flag, and the Tar Heels win in double overtime.
I mean, obviously, listen, so proud of our guys and the fight of our guys, and going across town and playing in that game and getting down early and battling back and then getting down again and battling back and taking the lead late and then fighting it overtime and pushing it as far as we possibly could. You know, a tremendous amount of pride for our guys and everything they did. And obviously a disappointing result and one that will sting and hurt for an awful long time. But, you know, we fought extremely hard to represent Duke the right way. Offensively, we did a really good job of controlling tempo, and you know, Grayson Loftus being in that environment for the first time, and you know, him being able to manage the game the way we did. We were able to limit possessions, which is something we wanted to do. They were averaging about 14, 15, and I think we played regulation with 10. Obviously, the special teams was huge. We knew we had to try to create some possessions that way, and we were able to create 2 possessions on special teams. That was really big. And then, you know, obviously they're explosive on offense, and we knew we were going to have to hold them to field goals, and so I think our red zone defense really stood up and played well all night. I don't think we executed particularly well on defense. I think we left an awful lot on the table, and you know, we'll regret a lot of the plays, and we didn't do a great job on third down, and some of that was their really talented quarterback making some really good plays, and some of that was us not exactly doing things the way we had hoped. And so just still learning how to completely execute in those big moments when the stage is really large, I think is something we're still growing in as a program.
You get punched, you get up. You get knocked down, you get up again. You get knocked down, you get up again. There is no choice, there is no message. I think that's how we are trained as a team. That's our mentality, that's that grittiness, that grind mentality we have. So, I mean, that's the message. And I don't think I really have to reiterate as much. Like, obviously, this one hurts very much so, but it's just who we are.
My takeaway, again, is 2 years in a row the amount of fight on both sides and the amount of resiliency on both sides is just unbelievable, and that's what rivalries are supposed to be about, and that's what the passion is supposed to be about. It was a tremendous environment last year in Durham. When we played that game, it was a back and forth affair all night that ended on a touchdown with 16 seconds left, and then this year it was a great environment over there, and it was a back and forth game all night that ended in double overtime. And so that's just what this rivalry should be about, and then we've just got to figure out a way to close the gap a little bit and get on the other side of it.
Duke All Access is brought to you by Gatorade. Greatness isn't about what you've done, it's about what you do next. By Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires. And by Coke Zero Sugar. They say Coke Zero is irresistibly tasty. Does that make it the best Coke ever? Find out for yourself.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down. They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
Statistically, the world is losing color. But who wants a gray world when we could have this? Honey yellow, periwinkle, indigold. Things stay the same when the same is where you stay. But in hundreds of Delta destinations, simply opening your eyes can open your world.
I need to try it first.
From the shotgun on 3rd and goal, trailing by 6. Here's the snap. The give to Waters running right. No, Loftus will keep it. He'll walk in for the touchdown. They faked out everybody. And here comes Polino to try to give him the lead.
Little zone read. True zone read. Watch the backside defensive end crash to take the running back. Loftus with absolute guts.
And we've talked a lot about his maturity and how hard he's worked since, going back all the way to Northwestern Yukon week when he kind of got thrusted in this position. And I think he's worked extremely hard to be ready for this moment. And, like we talked about, I think the fourth quarter of Wake really kind of settled him down. And he was a confident kid last week in practice. And I think he believed in who he was. And I think the team is starting to believe in what he's capable of. And I think you saw that a lot more Saturday night, and hopefully moving forward he'll only continue to grow and develop and get better.
Yeah, obviously he's a very confident quarterback. All three of our quarterbacks are confident in their abilities to play the game and to lead the offense. He's young and he's just eager to learn. He meets with receivers every day. We go over stuff that how he feels, what he sees on the field, so we're on the same page. And he's very talented, and I think the mindset, along with his talent, is going to take him very far.
For him, it's just really been about adjusting to the speed of the game, and so, now all of a sudden you've got a rush and you've got different looks, and so you go out on scout team and it's a lot of fun because, you got a card, there's no pressure, throw an interception, no one really cares. You're just trying to wing it around and have some fun like you are in the backyard, and then you flip over and now all of a sudden everything matters, and now you're reading and progressing and seeing defenses, and so I just think it's been a development on the speed of the game.
Loftus ready. Here's the snap. Gonna throw this time. Deep drop. Looking to the left. Fires that way. Jordan Moore's got it. Inside the 35. Breaks a tackle. 30. And finally spun down as he got to the 22. Loftus to throw on a play fake. Looking up top. Launches. Calhoun's got it. Inside the 15. And out of bounds at the 13. It's a pickup of 22. They need a yard on 4th down. Here comes Calhoun in motion left to right. From the shotgun. Here's the snap, rolling to the left. Loftus gonna throw. It's caught by Jordan Moore inside the 10 and out of bounds at the 6. What a play call for Kevin Johns.
The way that we're coached, it's really just everybody should be prepared to play, no matter who you are and what position you are on the depth chart. That's just how we're coached. That's how we're brought up, and our mindset is whoever's in there is gonna get the job done. So we need to figure out whatever we need to do on the front end, like during the week of practice, to make sure that everybody's comfortable in their roles and so we can ultimately get the job done. Everybody here has goals. Everybody here wants to play, and the work that is put in behind closed doors is pretty incredible. All the quarterbacks practice and prepare like they're the starter. So when their time is called, then they're ready. And unfortunately, due to the circumstance of injury and everything like that, we've had a lot of change in the quarterback room, but every single quarterback in our room was ready when they're out there, and that just speaks to our culture as a team and our preparation and confidence in all three of the quarterbacks.
Yeah, let's talk about Grayson Loftus. I mean, he did everything he needed to do and some. And I mean, I couldn't be any prouder of that kid. Standing up here, he never flinches. He stand in, took some hits, took some shots, tucked the ball and ran when he needed to. Found up receivers. We got guys making plays in the perimeter. We got running backs carrying the ball, carrying defenders for some yards. And, they were picking us up all night. And I think as a defense, we didn't make enough plays. At least me personally, I didn't make enough plays tonight as well. I didn't capitalize on some opportunities I had. But, I mean, you talk about, that's just a prime example of Grayson Loftus. I mean, everybody's third guy. Everybody counts you out. You come in as underdogs, whatever. Doesn't matter. This next place, there's no excuses in this program. And we play with who we have. And we all train the same way. So we all have confidence in each other the same way. So I knew he was going to go out there and do what he was supposed to do. Plus, we have one of the best staffs, if not the best staff in the country, preparing him for it. And when you practice against elite players day in and day out, that's what you produce. So there's no surprise here on how well he played or what type of game we put together. There was honestly no option. We came here to win the ball game.
Every year, thousands of athletes disappear in clutch moments due to falling hydration levels.
I used to go missing all the time. I let everyone down. I even let Shannon Sharp down.
Yeah, you let me down.
They've been told how you feel yourself doesn't matter. That electrolytes are all the same. Then just like that, they're gone. Get yourself back in the game. Get yourself a Gatorade. Could be the difference between dominating and disappearing. Gatorade, rehydrate, replenish, refuel.
People have trusted Reed's Jewelers with their life's moments since 1946. That's because we're family owned. We treat everyone who walks through our doors or visits our website as a part of our family. We have a beautiful selection of jewelry and watches for any occasion. We offer free shipping and returns, as well as multiple payment options to make sure you find the perfect gift. See why people have trusted Reed's Jewelers to celebrate their life's moments for over 75 years.
It's bow time.
It's not just football season. It's tailgate season.
And this season includes every kind of football.
Crispy.
Will you accept this leg?
And everything that's not.
Because it doesn't matter where you tailgate, with crispy hand-breaded chicken and scratch-made biscuits.
It's her! You're not just tailgating, you're tailgating like a legend.
It's bow time. Head to Bojangles and grab your tailgate box today.
Duke's new century cries out for a university where the drive to discover is not hemmed by disciplinary logics. Where philosophers work side by side with physicians and physicists. Where nurses find inspiration in narrative theory. Where mechanical engineers team up with marine biologists or musicians. I believe Duke will continue to be that university, together.
3 minutes gone in the third quarter. The Blue Devils trail by 2 on the road, 16-14. Here's the snap. Made a throw. Tucks to run through the right. Oh, Freeman's got him. Brought down back at the 45. He'll lose 2 more yards, and it's 3rd and 15.
I feel like this has been a breakout year for me. I feel like it started in like the bowl game. I had like a good sack, and I played like really well, more than I like expected to. So then, and it gave me like confidence going into the offseason and then going into this year.
Blue Devils crowd the line of scrimmage. Here's the snap. They only rush 4. Pressure comes to the left. Now he's chased to the right. Looking downfield. Plumlee is drilled. Brought down back at the 29-yard line. Freeman made the play.
I think as the year went on last year and he got more and more comfortable with the scheme, I think you really started to see his playmaking show up. And I think back half of the year, he started to really impact games a lot more. And then, you know, obviously we go into the bowl game and Shaka had the tonsil problem. And so now all of a sudden Trey's got to start. And I thought he played really well in the bowl game. I thought he had, against a really athletic, really explosive offense, I thought he had a phenomenal game. And so that gave us a lot of confidence coming into this year. And I think you've only seen that grow. I think he's now conducting himself like a high-level ACC linebacker. He's preparing, he's studying, he's practicing. He's doing the things you'd like to see a kid in your program do to take his game to the next level.
I didn't really approach it differently. I mean, I did like have a bigger emphasis on like actually like knowing like exactly what to do because I know I was gonna be out there a lot. But I just like took a deep breath and just played.
From the shotgun, Morris to throw. Pressure comes, he steps to the left. Now he's in trouble, fires, and it's intercepted. Freeman at the 30. Down the right sideline, cuts to the middle, 15. Freeman trying to get inside the 10, and he's brought down as he got to the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal as Freeman has his first career pick.
It's real rewarding. Like, I just feel like all the hard work we put in the off season, so like, I feel like you'll feel like kind of bad like if you did all that work and then it's not paying off. But like when it pays off, it like makes you want to do it again and like keep going and try to achieve more.
As we had 3 minutes to go in the third quarter, here's the snap. Blue Devils bring some pressure. He's got time winding down. He's sacked. Peebles, Freeman, they both got him.
I think our mindset is just focus on us. Like we focus on us internally, and then we just talk to each other. We're like everybody on the defense is cool with each other, so I think that helps too. Like the chemistry we play with is really well. Like people know like what other people are thinking about to do before like they even do it. So
yeah. So Trey, I guess you just talk about growth. Like kid is growing tremendously, and it's kind of crazy. You saw a glimpse of it in the bowl game last year, where he got to go when Shaka was down, but he just had a heck of a game. And it was when I think things finally clicked for him, from a scheme standpoint, from a playing speed, just from understanding the position. And now to see his transition from there to a year later, he's out here getting like 15 tackles a game, almost flying around, making plays, making us right, catching the ball, like communicating, commanding the defense. Like I think it's just impressive to see. Like once again, you lead back to the work. Like the work you put in will show. And Trey's a very hard worker. Like kid's an animal in the weight room, practices hard, runs hard. Like he's a very good athlete too.
High snap handled well. They give it to Concepcion, stretching to the right. Oh, the Blue Devils ready. And he's brought down by Freeman for a loss back to the 46.
The Wayne's been huge in like my development. Like just even like before the games, like when I early in the year, just telling me to stay calm, just be me, play my game, and even off the field, like pushing me that extra mile that like maybe I needed a little extra push to get to. So Dwayne's been great.
I think it's pretty cool for him being a kid who went to high school in Durham, gets to play in front of his home crowd. So we talk all the time because me and him are close about all the supporters coming to see him, like people tagging him, and even when I go in public, I see something. Oh, Trey Freeman, VJ Anthony. Like so, I think it's pretty cool for those guys as well that we put a product that is done very well in the field this far, and it gets them recognition.
Here's the snap. They only rush 4 though. Looking to the left is Griffiths. Tucks to run again across midfield. Hit hard. The ball came out. Loose at the 47-yard line. Who's got it? A mad scramble to try to dig it out.
I mean, playing at Duke, it means a lot. I went to Northern, so it's like 15 minutes up the road. When I was getting recruited, I think I didn't pay attention to Duke football that much. I was more like a Duke basketball fan. But then like when Duke started recruiting, I started paying attention to football, and I was like, oh, I can like see myself playing there. And then it's real close to home and like the academics and stuff, so it was like just a perfect fit for me.
Anytime you get an opportunity to get on the stage that you've always wanted to be on and you perform at a high level, I think it just builds confidence. And I think we talk about it all the time. It's like a snowball effect, though. You put in the work, and then when the work creates results, it makes you hungry to put in more work to continue to get better results.
I took it to like let everybody know that like the linebacker room is in good hands, that we're here, and then I took it to like myself to like prove to everybody that I'm good enough to play here, and it's not like the linebacker should not be a problem for us.
2 to snap it, now 1. They just barely get it off. 3-man rush. Morris underneath, dumps it off. Oh, the Saint is drilled. Trey Freeman lowered the boom right at the 50.
These mascots represent some of the most heated rivalries in college sports. What could possibly bring them all together? Everyone agrees on the best team in smart home security. CPI.
Create a backyard that's out of this world. Right now, save $30 on the GTA 26 handheld battery pruner. Real steel. Find yours.
You can feel confident Continental is the smart choice in tires.
Can they handle extremes?
Yep. Tested from the Texas desert to near the Arctic Circle.
Really?
Really.
Anything for the guy who finds that one pothole?
Yeah, road hazard coverage has your back.
For real?
Absolutely.
Were they made by like a bajillion engineers?
Well, closer to 100. Continental. Welcome to the smart choice in tires.
Duke Football 360 with Dave Harding, presented by Continental Tire, the smart choice in tires.
Although the final score wasn't what the Blue Devils wanted, the game against rival North Carolina certainly was a thriller. There are huge plays made all night by the offense, defense, and special teams. We're going to look today at arguably the biggest play of the evening. This is in the fourth quarter. The Blue Devils find themselves down 29-33. There are 46 seconds to go in regulation. 4th down and 7. So you've got to at least get a first down. What do? Well, you go to the air and you target number 8, Jordan Moore, who'd been fantastic all evening, caught 6 passes for 88 yards and 3 touchdowns, and this ends up being one of those scores. Coming out of a timeout that North Carolina called, I was speaking to Mike Elko this week, knowing the gravity of this play. If you don't convert this, the game's over. He said that Grayson Loftus, the freshman quarterback making his first start on the road, had ice in his veins, basically. Just complete focus, complete confidence in himself, which is pretty impressive. But what North Carolina opted to do was try to get some pressure on him. They go to a cover 0 look. And what that means is there is no single high safety down the field to provide extra support in the pass defense for North Carolina. Basically, what they're opting to do is load up as many players along the line of scrimmage as they can, overload the Blue Devil pass protection, and get to the quarterback to throw him off of his game. At the snap of the football, we see some really good pass pro by the Duke offensive line, and they sift through all of this mess up here pretty well, get a hat on a hat, and have protection for Loftus off of his right side. You see the unblocked hat because North Carolina's rushing 7. The Blue Devils kept the running back in, so they've got 5 offensive linemen, 1 running back, so they've got enough to block 6. Somebody is going to come free. Loftus is aware of that. He knows he's got to get the ball out of his hands quickly, so he does and releases it deep for a touchdown. I think the beautiful thing here is the confidence that we saw Kevin Johns, the offensive coordinator, obviously Mike Elko, the head coach, have in his true freshman quarterback to stand in the pocket and to sling it, despite having the feeling that you're going to get pressure, but they also anticipated that they're going to get a man-to-man matchup out here. And the defender who's parked 7 yards down the field, right at the line to gain that the Blue Devils needed to stay on the field and to convert the first down, he's thinking that's all Duke wants. And everybody in the stadium, including myself, is thinking, just get the first down, just get the first down. They bait the defender with a little head fake inside to get him to plant his feet in the ground, thinking that Duke is doing just that, just a quick pass down the field to get the first down and continue the drive later. Instead, once he plants his feet the way he does right here, right at the 20, see him get a little stutter step? Jordan Moore gets the separation he needs right behind him, and it's a perfect pass by Loftus in a big-time pressure moment for the Blue Devils to go ahead with 41 seconds remaining in the game. You gotta love the gutsy call. You gotta love the execution, the ability of Grayson Loftus to stand in there despite pressure coming with an unblocked defender right to him, knowing he's gotta make the throw. Jordan Moore, great all night, sure-handed on his way into the end zone. Everybody's stepping up in a big-time moment to get this game in the Blue Devils' favor late in the game.
Here's the snap. They bring everybody. He fires end zone for Moore. He's wide open. Touchdown! And the Blue Devils have the lead. And what a throw for the freshman quarterback. 41 seconds to go. It's 35-33.
Yeah, it's definitely a tough loss, but the message that's preached throughout the locker room is we can't let this loss impact the rest of our season. It happened. We had to get past it. We have Virginia this week, and that's all we're focused on right now is Virginia. We attack every week with no regard to the record that shows on the team schedule. We take every week as its own, and we respect every single one of our opponents because it's hard to win in the ACC. It's very hard to win in the ACC. So we respect every single one of our opponents, and we take it day by day and try to figure out a game plan how to beat them. And the record does not matter because every team in the ACC is talented, and anybody can come up and show out at any point of the week.
We've got a lot of older guys in this program that their legacy is going to be how this season finishes, and they have a lot of pride in that. And so I think as we move forward down the stretch here, I know we kind of want to lump seasons into success and failure, but there's a lot of degrees in this thing. And so between 6-6 and 8-4 is a huge difference, and that's not lost on anyone in our locker room. And so, Charlotte's not alive anymore, but we still have a lot to play for coming down the stretch.